Hi everyone, thank you very much for clicking on the link. Welcome along to pupils, parents, carers and anybody else who may be watching this video presentation. It's a presentation specifically for young people moving into from S2 into S3, and we hope you find the information useful and it will support us in making good option choices. Firstly, it's important to realise that S3 continues to be part of our broad general education. So although there is a little bit of narrowing in terms of the number of subjects pupils will study, generally speaking, they'll still be choosing subjects from the 8 curricular areas mentioned below. So we will choose 8 subjects, which will be clear on the option form, but pupils will also choose a wider achievement option, which they'll study 2 periods a week. And these are focusing really on developing skills for life learning and work, and often are delivered in partnership with Ayrshire College or some local employers. When it comes to choosing your subjects, Skills Development Scotland, and you can find this through the My World of Work website, I've identified 5 key questions you should ask yourself. Firstly, how do I like to learn? Are you somebody who likes to work with your hands and more suited to practical subjects like technical? Do you like to be active and you want to choose PE? Are you somebody who's more at home in a kind of traditional classroom where you're most at home in social subjects and languages? Think about how you like to learn and choose your subjects accordingly. Where could these subjects take me? Don't just think about your third year options, but think about the progression beyond third year. So if you choose a subject in third year, what opportunities will you have to take this beyond into the senior phase? What subjects do I enjoy? There's no secret that young people tend to work harder when it's something they're interested in and they're engaged with. So think about what you enjoy, and that should hopefully direct you towards some specific subjects that you've done well in so far. Which brings me to the next point. What subjects am I good at? Think about feedback from your teachers, about report cards, about test results, homework, where you know you're doing well. If you're doing well in first and second year, then the chances are you'll continue to make good progress in third year. So this is something you should consider when choosing subjects. And finally, what do other people think? These are the options for young people, but it's important to take advice and guidance from those around, that package support around the young people. So that might be teachers, guidance teachers, year heads. It could also be older siblings or other family members at home who have also been through the option process. So take advice and guidance, listen carefully to what other people suggest, and when you have that more rounded knowledge, then make your final choices. This is a sample option sheet, and please be aware it's a sample one and it will be subject to change. But when you get the option sheet, it looks something like this, where you choose one option from A to H. In the final column, you will be asked to choose your wider achievement option, which will be the 2 periods a week on a Friday morning. So it allows plenty of opportunity for personalisation and choice, but at the same time keeping a more broad general education for every young person. What happens next? Well, we're now committed to supporting young people make good, positive choices. So at this stage, we're planning for getting pupils back in the building, at which time we'll hopefully be able to have conversations around the options process. This might be one-to-one in small groups. It might be done through PSH lessons, but our pupils will have the opportunity to speak to someone about their options. We'll publish this and a few other videos from partners as well that will support young people and parents and carers through the option process. We have a curriculum booklet available for the senior phase, which will allow you to look carefully at the progression within each subject, and also a flyer that we'll send out which gives the main points of the S2 into S3 option process. We will organise a parental and pupil virtual drop-in, much like we would if it was a curriculum information evening you were invited into school. So parents at that point will have the opportunity to come along and ask questions and find out a wee bit more information if required. We'll also signpost you to other sources of help, which I'll be able to show you some in the next slide, because it's important to realise that it's not a lonely process and there are plenty of people, agencies and resources out there to help you with this process. And Finally, the options sheet will be completed through Microsoft Forms. When near the end of the options programme, this will be emailed out to parents. We would ask that it's completed and returned to the school. So as before, I mentioned other sources of help there. Within school, there are a wide variety of people that can support, who have lots of experience working with people choosing subjects. We've got a variety of websites. I've already mentioned the My World of Work one. You can look at colleges and universities. Parents might wish to look at Education Scotland and the Parent Zone, and we'll have a presentation available from Skills Development Scotland as well. So there's plenty of people and resources out there to support with the options process. The final thing I would say is good luck. The options process can be a daunting time, it can be an anxious time, but it's also an exciting time for our learners. They're moving on to the next stage in their learning, they're making a big transition, and our job really is to make sure they're well supported and making good choices. So thank you for listening, and we'll be in touch again soon.